Welcome all. It's time for the show with no name, and get ready for liftoff.
T-minus 10,
9,
8,
come on.
7, 6, 5,
Wherever you're
4,
tuning in from,
3, 2,
count down with
1,
me, amigos.
0. Ignition.
Come on.
Liftoff. Liftoff. 30 minutes after the hour.
We've got this. Come on. Get up there. Get ready. Hold on to your hat. Strap on your seatbelt. I was worried there for a minute. Hold on to your hat. And get ready for the ride of your life. The show with no name. Where? On Vaughn Radio. Right. Vaughn Radio. Come on, folks. Let's go. Come on. I can't hear you. Make some noise. Show with no namers. Make some noise for yourselves. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for your classmates. Give it up as un aplauso. You know why? Because you never give up. Ooh, there we go with our first double trouble of the day. Give it up for your classmates who never give up. You guys are relentless, and I love you for it. And today I love you a little more than usual. Why? Happy Valentine's Day. Mwah. A big smooch. You know that one? A smooch. Well, I know you know the word kiss and hug, so let's move on. It's a smooch and an embrace. Toma, para tener otras formas de decirlo. Also, to embrace something is to accept it. Right? We're always learning. We're always playing with words, amigos. And we're going to have tons of fun. Today we're going to learn with lovely Lara and my mom. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to learn about the family. Taking a look at the family tree. And notice how I pronounced it. Did I say family? 3 syllables? I know it's that way in the song. We are family. But in English it's family. 2 sílabas. Like comfortable, not comfortable. Comfortable, 3 sílabas. And as Chris said the other day, you can say comfy or cozy. All right, amigos, welcome to the show with no name. What an amazing show we've got for you today. Also, I've got some amazing news for you. What's that news? Well, amigos, we have just started. We've just kicked off a new initiative here at Vaughn, and we are really excited about it. Well, you know us. We like to innovate constantly. So what is it about? Well, you know what? I'm going to open up my WhatsApp here that I got from Rob Grams this morning. And ladies and gentlemen, we have something now. It is called Weekend Town. What is Weekend Town? It is like Vaughn Town, but it's not as big as a commitment. Financially, and obviously, I think what's even more important, time-wise. Ese wise is en cuanto a. So time-wise, it's 24 hours of immersion. It's a weekend, and it's called Weekend Town, and we're launching it this coming weekend. So it's 2 days. It's 24 hours speaking English with people from all around the world, and you can get comfortable doing it. You can find out more information at our website, grupovaughn.com. But let me tell you something. If you've ever thought of doing a Vaughn Town and you're like, well, I don't know if I can get a week. I don't know if I can afford it right now. You know, I had to fix the car up, you know. Well, then this is your chance. It's Weekend Town. Un fin de semana de inmersión en inglés. And if you take advantage of our inaugural weekend. Right now, we've got a special deal for this coming weekend at NH Las Tablas. That's near Madrid. It's part of Madrid. Las Tablas. There's the NH hotel chain, which is absolutely beautiful. I've stayed with them many, many times. And for $850, you've got an all-inclusive English experience. You can find out more on our website, grupovon.com. Also, we just started spreading the news on social media. I think this is it, folks. This is for those of you who are thinking about doing a Von Town and you're not sure because of the commitments. This is the one. It's Weekend Town. It's brand new. And if you act now for this coming weekend in Las Tablas, NH Las Tablas, lovely hotel, you can get a discount. More information on our website, grupovon.com, and also follow us on social media where you will stay abreast. Otra forma de decir, estar al tanto. And are you guys abreast of today's, well, not today's, but this week's question of the week?
Question of the week.
That's right, amigos. Question of the week. I reminded you, and I reminded you yesterday and the day before, but right now only one student has participated. So give it up for Laura. Awesome, Laura. Thank you so much again for your effort, for your hard work. It's amazing to see my students making progress, and not just making progress, but really excited about participating. That, to me, is heaven. So if you'd like to participate, tell us if you're an introvert, an extrovert, an ambivert, or, well, I don't think there's too much else over there. Maybe you're just a hermit, ermitaño. Maybe don't leave your home. My point is this. Are you an extrovert? Are you an introvert? Are you an ambivert? And of course, the most important part of the whole exercise, explain your answer in your best English possible. And it's real simple to participate. It's never been easier because now we know how easy it is to record our voice on our phone. We'll practice it if you want. I always recommend that you record the rehearsal. Graba el ensayo. Because sometimes, since there's no pressure on you, you do it better. I'm telling you, you're like, oh, you don't know how many times I've said, we should have recorded that. That actually was a good take. For some reason, the same reason my daughter speaks English so well, because there's no pressure on her. She's not feeling like, oh no, I'm not going to pass my Cambridge exam. She doesn't know what a Cambridge exam is, and it's not really important right now. And if she speaks English, it will never be important to her. So we're starting from the get-go. So if you want to express yourself in English, send me a 1-minute voice message to aalonso@grupovon.com, aalonso@grupovon.com, and I'd love to hear from you. And I think I speak on behalf of all your classmates. We'd love to hear from you. Nos encantaría oír de ti. So participate in the question of the week every week, and it's a way to make sure that you are practicing English, at least the speaking part, once a week. All right, amigos, time for a challenge in our pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. All right, amigos. Welcome to our pop quiz section. Today's pop quiz is coming from Essential English, just one of the many materials we have available at our Von Tienda. And remember this, all of our materials come with audio. This one is called Essential English, el inglés imprescindible para situaciones cotidianas. Essential. Let's pronounce that word together. Because I know esencial, I know it's one of those words you'll recognize, but we pronounce it essential. Es como una T, es como una CH. Essential English, and this is English in every situation. It's part of the series called, well, the other books in the series are called Natural English, English Grammar, and English Pronunciation. Each of them goes for $25. Well, $24.95, which is a deal, really. $25 for so many chapters, so many practical situations that you may find yourself in. And as always, they come with audio. Right now, we're going to listen to an audio clip about weddings. Why? Because love is in the air. Everywhere I look around.
Pista 69.
Weddings.
Prometerse, casarse.
To get engaged, married.
Fijar la fecha.
To set the date.
Novios, novia y novio.
Bride and groom.
Banquete de boda.
Wedding reception.
Hacer un brindis.
To make a toast.
Dar un discurso.
To give a speech.
Damas de honor.
Bridesmaids.
Testigo de boda.
Best man.
Hi, my name is Tiffany. Is this Andrew, the wedding planner?
Speaking. Hi, Tiffany. How can I help you?
Hi, my friend Amanda got married last year and you did all of her planning. I just got engaged, so I wanted to ask you if you could plan my wedding too?
Congratulations, Tiffany. Of course, I would love to. I remember Amanda's wedding. It was absolutely beautiful.
Great. We've already set the date. We're going to get married on the 5th of May.
Fantastic. A spring wedding. So what do you have in mind? Do you want a church wedding?
I have some ideas, but I haven't looked at any venues yet.
Have you decided if you want to have an indoor or outdoor wedding?
An indoor wedding with possibilities to go outside would be perfect.
And do you want to get married in the city or maybe in a nice venue in the countryside?
In the city, I think.
You know what? How about we meet at my office? We can look at some venues and think about how to make your wedding perfect. What do you think?
Great. I'll stop by your office tomorrow.
Translation time.
1. Hemos decidido casarnos.
We've decided to get married.
2. He mirado muchos sitios.
I've looked at a lot of venues.
3. No hemos fijado la fecha.
We haven't set the date.
4. Ella no ha organizado el banquete de boda.
She hasn't organized the wedding reception.
5. Los novios han llegado a la iglesia.
The bride and groom have arrived at the church.
6. Él ya ha estado en 3 bodas este año.
He's already been to 3 weddings this year.
7. Ya he comprado el regalo de boda.
I've already bought the wedding present.
8. Ella ya ha mirado vestidos de novia.
She's already looked at wedding dresses.
9. El banquete de boda ya ha empezado.
The wedding reception has already started.
10. No he terminado mi discurso todavía.
I haven't finished my speech yet.
11. Los invitados no han llegado todavía.
The guests haven't arrived yet.
12. Ya han mirado 5 sitios diferentes.
They've already looked at 5 different venues.
13. Ella ya ha elegido su vestido de novia.
She's already chosen her wedding dress.
14. Él ya ha hecho un brindis.
He's already made a toast.
15. No he hablado con el testigo de boda todavía.
I haven't talked to the best man yet. Practice time.
Contesta las preguntas del tipo ya has, ha, han, hecho en afirmativo empleando
Already?
justo delante del participio. 1.
Have you chosen your bridesmaids yet? Yes, I've already chosen my bridesmaids.
2.
Has he made a toast yet? Yes, he's already made a toast.
3.
Have the guests arrived yet? Yes, the guests have already arrived.
4.
Have they called the wedding planner yet? Yes, they've already called the wedding planner.
5.
Has the groom arrived yet? Yes, the groom has already arrived.
6.
Has she bought a wedding dress yet? Yes, she's already bought a wedding dress.
7.
Have you received your invitation yet? Yes, I've already received my invitation.
8.
Has the best man given his speech yet? Yes, the best man has already given his speech.
Ahora tienes que dar respuestas en negativo con
Hasn't, haven't, yet.
9.
Have you received your invitation yet? No, I haven't received my invitation yet.
10.
Have the bridesmaids arrived yet? No, the bridesmaids haven't arrived yet.
11.
Have they set a date yet? No, they haven't set a date yet.
12.
Has she made a toast yet? No, she hasn't made a toast yet.
13.
Has the wedding ceremony started yet? No, the wedding ceremony hasn't started yet.
14.
Has the best man given his speech yet? No, the best man hasn't given his speech yet.
15.
Have they looked at any venues yet? No, they haven't looked at any venues yet.
All right, there we go. Carmen and Layla. Great job, ladies. Some good vocabulary, especially as wedding season approaches. I said I've got 2 weddings to attend already, and I'm excited because I haven't been to a wedding in quite some time. The thing is, I love going to weddings, but I hate when I have like 7 in a row. Then that's just like, it's like you feel like it's a sport. So it's nice. I've got 2 weddings coming up, and they're not on top of each other. So I have time to trim down a bit. Get rid of that beer belly, esa tripa cervecera. All right, well, we learned a lot of stuff in there. We also looked at how to use the structures still, already, yet. Also anymore, which is also no longer. So you can say no longer, any longer, or anymore. Algo que ya no haces. I don't eat a lot of salt anymore. Ya no. Still, we use a lot not a lot, when we're continuing to do something. I'm still explaining this. I haven't finished yet. I haven't finished yet. Aún no, which is used in negatives and questions. And then we've got already. I've finished already, which we use in positive affirmations. Now, as with everything in English, there are exceptions. So let's warm up with that, and then I'll give you the 3 sentences in today's challenge. But we're going to warm up with the still, yet, already, and anymore. All right. No he comido todavía. You don't have to write these yet. This is just to warm up. No he comido todavía. I haven't eaten yet. I haven't eaten yet. No he comido todavía. Let's see if we can turn it into a question. Have you eaten yet? Y si decimos que sí, I've eaten already. ¿Ves? No es solo hacer traducciones, sino entender qué estamos haciendo. Just put our mind into it a little bit and say, wait a second, I'm just not going to robotically translate sentences. What I'm trying to see is if I get it. And the way you do that is by flipping it, turning it into a question. Then you know if you're really comfortable with a structure. So here's the next one. Todavía estoy trabajando en ello. Very common sentence. Todavía estoy trabajando en ello. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. Question? Are you still working on it? Okay. Ya no estoy trabajando en ello. Do you know it? I'm not working on it anymore or any longer. I'm not working on it anymore or any longer. Make sure you're practicing these aloud with me because I don't need to practice them. It's good for you to practice these structures. All right. Another one. ¿Ha llegado ya el tren? Y vamos a negar y vamos a afirmar. ¿Ha llegado ya el tren? Has the train arrived yet? Fíjate como uno el arrived and yet. Has the train arrived yet? Okay. Dime que no. No, it hasn't. It hasn't arrived yet. Dime que ya ha llegado. It's arrived already. You can also say it's already arrived. Pero ¿sabes una forma de nunca fallar? Ponlo al final. Nunca fallas, porque hay veces que va delante del verbo. So to never, to always get it any longer, all of these, put them at the end and you can't go wrong. I'm working on it still instead of I'm still working on it. Okay? It's a little trick that can help you when you get confused with the order. All right, amigos, so I'll give you one more. No, I'll give you one that we turn into three because, it's Valentine's Day. ¿Todavía me quieres? ¿Todavía me quieres? Do you still love me? Do you still love me? And the answer is, of course I do, show with no namers. Okay, do you still love me? Okay, todavía te quiero. I still love you. Esa era fácil. Ya no te quiero. I hope I never hear you say this. It'll break my heart. So, todavía te quiero. I still love you. Ya no te quiero. I don't love you anymore or any longer. All right, nice warm up, everybody. Now it's your turn, show with no namers. You've got to tell me a couple things here. The first one, and put them all in one post, is how to say novio and novia. And I don't mean novio y novia antes de casarse. Digo el día de. On your wedding day, how would you say novio and novia? Now, don't just give me the words, please. Please don't do that. Give them to me in context. So this way I don't just know that you know a lot of fancy vocabulary, but also that you know how to use these idiomatic expressions. So novio and novia is our first one. The second one is hacer un brindis. I want to see if you got that from the audio. And the third one, which I think is probably going to be maybe one of the hardest ones here, but it is doable, is you have to use still, yet, already, and anymore in a sentence. Now, if it doesn't fit in one post, obviously you can put them into two posts. But I want you to tell me novio and novia. Give me an example using novio y novia. The second one is un brindis, hacer un brindis. I wanted to see if you got that from the audio. Remember, the audio comes from Essential English. It's just got so much in it, chock full of expressions and natural conversations. And of course, you can check by situation, weddings, funerals, which there's a whole, you want to make sure you say the right words at a funeral. So, they're very touchy times. So the second one is hacer un brindis. And the third one is really three sentences. You have to use still, yet. Oh, no, four. Oh, my goodness. Still, yet, already, and anymore in a sentence. And what we're going to do is we're going to check those after this commercial break. Amigos, as I take a look at the script, I see we have got so much stuff to cover. We're going to have tons of fun. We're going to learn with my mom and my daughter. Oh, man. Talk about a family show. And you guys, show with no namers. You're a part of our extended family. And I love you. I mean that. From the bottom of my heart. I love you. De la profundidad. I appreciate you. And I know I should say this every day, but today's Valentine's Day, so I'm feeling a lot of love. Love is in the air. Sing it. What you. Those aren't the words. Ready? Do it with me. Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around. English is in the air. Amigos, we are partying. Is this an English class or is this a party? Well, Who knew English could be so much fun? Folks, we'll be right back with part 2 of today's wacky show with no name. So, stick around. Hello, amigos. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show with no name here on Vaughn Radio, where English is exciting. No. It's enthralling. Enthralling is another way of saying exciting. It's interactive. And it isn't the only show that will help you learn English, love English, but also you can tune into Fitz's program, No Excuses, right before this program. It is an amazing program, and Fitz, man, what a teacher, what a professional, and you can spend an hour with him right before this show. It is the greatest way to warm up. I can't say it enough. And after the show, you'll be nice and warm after the show with no name. Because my friend Ximena will make sure she tests your English. All these amazing programs can be found in one place. The Vaughn Radio app. All right, I'm lying. They can also be found wherever you get your podcasts as well. But you know what I mean. All right, folks. Time for a little listening exercise. A listening exercise where you get to express yourself afterwards. It's the Say What soundbite. Come on. Say what? Come on. What? Come on. Come on. All right, amigos, here's your Say What soundbite on the show with no name. We're going to hear this, not twice. Twice right now, a total of 4 times, and I want your take. Tu opinión, tu toma. I want to hear what you heard, but I don't want you to use any old English, un inglés cualquiera, no way. I want you to use your best English. Make it look lovely. Make it look magical, amigos. All right, well, here we go. This is the Say What soundbite for the first time.
I would be very happy to have our legal counsel here, our legislative representative here, assisting me in spending as much time as necessary.
All right, not that easy. Sounds like it's pretty old school, right? All right, but there's hope, right? There's hope, hay esperanza. Even if you get the gist of it, that works, right? All right, let me give you another second or two to let that sink in, and then I'm going to give you the Say What soundbite for the second time. All right, is everybody ready? Here we go. Pay close attention.
I would be very happy to have our legal counsel here, our legislative representative here, assisting me in spending as much time as necessary.
¿Conoces Weekend Town? La nueva iniciativa de Vaughan.
Pues no.
Es un fin de semana de inmersión en inglés. Y es nuevísimo.
A ver, cuéntame más.
Tendrás una inmersión lingüística total durante 2 días. Un total de 24 horas hablando con angloparlantes de todo el mundo.
¡Wow! ¡Qué interesante!
Ganarás confianza y soltura a la hora de comunicarte en inglés. Mejorarás tu comprensión auditiva y tus habilidades conversacionales en una situación de comunicación real en inglés. Ven a Weekend Town y te sorprenderás con todo lo que puede avanzar tu inglés en un fin de semana. Weekend Town de Vaughan. Un fin de semana de inmersión en inglés. Y si aprovechas lo que viene, en NH Las Tablas, por solo 850 euros. Vive la experiencia. Weekend Town de Vaughan.
A nice round of applause for my wife, Diana. Se ha enrollado. Right? A nice round of applause. She's a good sport. Te has enrollado. This morning, she was leaving for work, and I said, babe, 1 second. She goes, what? I'm in a rush. And I said, babe, 1 second. I just need you to say 3 or 4 lines really quickly. And she was a good sport. She came into the studio, she sat down, and she did a couple takes. So, Diana, my wife, my Valentine, that's her in, well, hey. And on top of it, we get her to work for free. Again, if you want more information about Weekend Town, go to grupovon.com and you can find out all the interesting information available. I would take advantage of this first inaugural weekend and get that discount. But either way, I think it's awesome that we are constantly innovating over at Vaughn. All right, let's go on over to our virtual chat room. We've got a lot of students here ready to participate and have some fun and join us in our English parade, nuestro desfile del inglés. Born to Iron Man says, morning, folks. Happy St. Valentine's Day. Thank you for bringing the magic. I don't know about England or Scotland, but in the States, we don't say saint. So we just say Happy Valentine's Day. You say San Valentin, correct? We just say Valentine's Day. All right, Laura. Laura says, good morning, lovely show with no namers. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. And a smooch and a hug to both of you. And Chris Valrol, I might as well include you in the group hug. Un abrazo grupal. And Chris Valro says, morning, dear show with no namers. Good morning to you. Laura said, thank you. Well, hey, Laura, you have really taken it and run with it. La expresión es, lo has hecho genial, más de lo que se espera de alguien. And I'm talking about the question of the week. So keep it up. Keep up the great work. Laura also says, we love you to the moon and back. Infinity times. Oh, thank you so much, Laura. You are a sweetheart. Let's see. Also, Laura is participating in our pop quiz. Let's see. The first one, she says, the bride and groom are over the moon. You get a totally native and perfect. The bride, la novia, and the groom are over the moon. Are you trying to be a poet again? Because it sounds cool. You know, it flows. The bride and groom are over the moon. Hey, I'm telling you, you might have a hit there, Laura. To be over the moon. She said, I love you to the moon and back. Wait, Laura, you are moonstruck. ¿Conocéis esta palabra? Pues tenéis que buscar there's an awesome song, Moonstruck in Madrid. I discovered it on a playlist and it blew my mind. And Moonstruck también es una película con Cher and Nicolas Cage. But the song, búscalo, Moonstruck in Madrid. It's like this typical old school song, Moonstruck in Madrid. The group is called The Four Preps. The Four Preps. And Madrileños, I think you'll like, well, Spaniards in general, when you hear a guy singing about Madrid there, moonstruck, enamorado, loco de amor in Madrid. Maybe Laura's moonstruck. She's talking a lot about the moon. I mean, sometimes we talk about the moon, but just once in a blue moon. Rara vez. Moon. Hey, at least I didn't moon you guys. This is a video. You can watch the show to moon hacer un calvo. All right, I'll stop. All right, Laura, great job. The second one. Their friends have made a toast to them. Cheers. Cheers, mate. To my best friend to make a toast. The next one. The wedding reception hasn't started yet. Perfect. But the best man has already given his speech. Perfect. They are still waiting for the waiters to start serving the food. They don't want to wait any longer. Wow. You did it not only in context, but in the wedding context. Laura, what can I say? You are going above and beyond, as always. Let's see, speaking of students who go above and beyond, we've got Born to Iron Man. He says, on October 20th, 2002, we made a toast because I was the groom and my wife was the bride. Oh. The fact that you remember the date, good guy. Really good guy over there. You know, when I was younger, I used to say the bride and the broom. La escoba. I was like, why do they call him a broom? Te lo juro. And to groom is to limpiarte. También acicalar, I think you say. Groom. You're well groomed. Te cortas la barba. No estás hecho un trapo. So, but I when I was a kid, I heard the bride and the broom. See, we don't always hear things in our own language, right? So great job and lovely, man. That's 20. I'm not good at math, but your marriage is long lasting, like that everlasting love. With everlasting love, hits into my heart every time we fart. I don't think those are the lyrics for some reason. All right, well, let's move on. As you can see, I'm getting carried away. Well, I'm moonstruck. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Oh. He says, we still love each other, but we aren't affectionate anymore. Oh. Well, the answer's right. But it's tough. Born to Iron Man, I'm sure many people can identify with you. You know, you're doing a million things. You're trying to think about you know, what you're doing. You're juggling, as we said yesterday. We looked at that word. So it's normal. Sometimes the romance gets put aside. But it's important to make time. Hey, the same thing with English. If it's important to you, you got to make time for it, you know. But I think many people are in the same boat. Life gets in the way. La vida se pone por medio a veces. And you're like, I can't even stand up. Good night. You know, see you later. Okay. You want to watch this? And I'm not even talking about getting romantic or anything. I'm talking about watching an episode of a series together. You know, it's tough. It's tough. But the important thing is, here's what I tell my wife. When we're like, man, we haven't had time, you know, just the two of us. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Yeah, but it's true. But you know what I'm telling her, and it's true. I think anybody can apply this. The important thing is that you want to be together. Not that, you know, your wife gets home or you get home and it's like, oh my God, get me away from this person. That's a different thing. But the fact that you're both like, oh, when are we going to get to spend some time together? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You know, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Cuando no le tienes al lado, a veces le coges más cariño. That's why, you know. So the intention, right? The intention. Do you want to? And then, as always, you got to make time. But I'm sure many people can feel your pain there, Born to Iron Man. And he says, today, we've already said I love you, but I haven't kissed con Ede. I haven't kissed her yet. You want to hear what happened this morning with us, Born to Iron Man? You're going to crack up over here. So my daughter was in the bathroom. You know, my wife walks out of the bathroom. I was making some coffee. And she says, hey, your daughter pooped good. Lara pooped good. These are conversations parents have, especially when your kid had some stomach problems. They weren't feeling too well, some gas. She pooped good. And I said, oh, how romantic. Happy Valentine's Day. The important thing is we both laughed. We both laughed at the absurdity of the situation. We're talking about poop. How romantic. But we both wanted to know if she pooped okay. All right, let's see. Laura says, how sweet, Born to Iron Man. Yes, he is a sweetheart. All right, let's see. Chris says, I saw the groomer and the bride discussing about eloping. Now, let's be careful here because it wouldn't be the groomer, it would be the groom. Okay? A groomer is, well, there are two meanings of groomer. If you're a dog groomer, pues eres un peluquero de perros, ¿no? Cortas las uñas. You groom dogs. You know, you clean, you cut them, you make them look nice. Also, if you're a groomer, you're an older person who is a predator, un depredador, and you're preying on a young person, you know, trying to connect with a young person so you can have a relation. Look up the word. I don't know what the, you got to be careful with these people. You know, they become very close with children, so then later they can abuse them. They're called groomers. So just be careful. When I read the word, Chris, I literally, my eyes popped out of my head. I was like, what? So I saw the groom and the bride discussing eloping. Yeah, so be careful with this one. Discussing va sin preposición. And we would say arguing about or discussing. Discussing es tranquilamente, pero va sin preposición. And great word there, to elope. Casarse por lo civil, by the justice of the peace, by the power vested in me. Groomer. Chris, I'm sorry. It's not funny, but, you know, my job is to explain the real meaning of the word. She said, so I saw the groom and the bride discussing eloping. The second one, let's make a toast to all the wonderful show with no namers. Let's do it, Chris. And then she says, I haven't finished the question of the week yet. I'm still working on it. There is no toast anymore. I've already eaten it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right. Well, I've got to say, you guys are kicking butt over here. Arrasando is the word you say in Spanish. Kicking butt. Let's see. Laura says, lovely Diana. Yeah, she did a wonderful job. You know, and again, she did it in one take, but I'm a pretty demanding producer, director, so I made her do 2 or 3 takes, even though I could have used the first one perfectly. But she did a wonderful job in all of the takes, to be honest. And she was concerned, preocupada, like, did I do, is that a, I said, yeah, you're in a rush, go. You know, I said, I don't want to take too much of your time. You know, sit down, record this, and I've got the rest. So we weren't sitting next to each other when we had the conversation. I recorded her part, and then I recorded my part separately, and then I spliced them together. To splice together is juntarlos. All right. Let's see. Chris says, Diana and Iron Man. Yeah, 2 sweethearts who are here with us. I don't know if my wife is listening right now, but she already heard the radio ad, and she's like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I said, no. My colleagues, my friends at Vaughn Radio, they were like, kudos, enhorabuena, hats off. All right, let's see. Laura is participating in our Say What soundbite. Let's see what lovely Laura heard. Where are we? Okay. She says, I heard I heard quite an old recording. I heard quite an old recording of an American man expressing his gratitude towards the council and their representatives for being there, assisting him, and spending as much time as is necessary. Awesome job. What I would do, Laura, sorry. I would say there, I would just change the ending. Spending as much time as necessary. It is no necesitas. As much time as necessary. Okay? It's great. You really heard it perfectly. You got the gist of it. And that is awesome. Laura says, to groom, acicalarar. You know what it is? I know the word. I've come across the word 1,000,000 times, but there's just one problem. I can't pronounce it. Let me try. Acicalararte. Yeah, I can't do it. Some words are really tongue twisters. Let's see. Who else has something to say? Chris says, I heard a man giving a speech, and I guess he's not the best man. Ooh, great vocabulary. The best man, el don de honor, la dama de honor is the best, what do we call him? The first lady. Now I can't remember. The maid of honor or the matron of honor, si está casada o no. Maid, si no. Matron, si está casada. Aunque realmente se dice the maid of honor. The best man is the guy, the groom's buddy. So, great there. The man is giving a speech, and he's not the best man. He's very happy and grateful for the help he received, but I couldn't get any more. All right, Chris. Well, you got the gist of it. You got the main idea, and that's awesome. She says, oh, I meant groom. I know. Well, just letting you know, 2 different words there. Laura says, my husband is only my husband is only 9,604 kilometers away from me right now. And that's pretty exact. What do you have on the WhatsApp? Share your location. So I won't be able to kiss him today. Oh, sad to hear that, Laura. That just means the next time you see him, you'll have to give him extra kisses. All right, my amigos, we've got so much to do, but first, a nice round of applause to all of my show with no namers for your participation in this section. I also wanted to remind you there's an FYI episode on weddings. If you haven't heard it, it's a really cool episode, and I tell you a lot about my wedding as well. And I forgot to tell you, we've got a new episode dropping, and it's on dictators.
These power-hungry people have preyed on their own population in many cases. They are unelected tyrants who ran rigorous regimes where dissent was met with torture and even death. As a society, the same question keeps coming back to haunt us. How did these so-called cults of personalities perpetrate terror, pain, and suffering for so long?
My fellow citizens, who are working to make America great. I salute the Italians of America, who unite in a single love our two nations.
We'll delve into dictators on this week's episode of FYI.
Welcome to For Your Info.
En inglés.
You got it. That's right, folks. We'll take a look at dictators. By the way, did you hear that? That was Mussolini. That was Benito Mussolini saying, we're going to make America great. Oh, my God. Well, nonetheless, a fascinating episode, and you can listen to it. If you're in my community, it's out already. If not, you can wait till Friday. You've got an episode on weddings. You've got an episode on dictators, which drops very soon. Oh, and there's an episode on Valentine's Day as well, where we find out the roots. There's an episode on almost everything. And if not, if you haven't heard a topic you'd like to hear on FYI, let me know. All right, we'll be right back with tons more. So, say it with me, stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to part 3 of today's show with no name, exclusively on Vaughn Radio. All right. Come on in, my amigos. Come on in. We're learning English, we're laughing, we're having fun, we're playing, we're interacting. But most of all, the fun doesn't end here. You've got great programs all afternoon. Right after this show, you've got Ximena Holiday and Test Your English. Then you've got the lunchtime show with Rob and Andy. Don't forget about one of our latest, greatest shows, Speak Up with Ruby, followed by Let's Get Random with Jules Linares. Then you've got Dave Boys and The Salad. You've got Kyle Miller and Drive Time. What a way to make your commute home from work more exciting, more entertaining, more educational. After Kyle's show, you'll learn a lot with Chris Frank and his program, Frankly Speaking. You've also got Richard Vaughn Live and the Pro Bow Show with Rob Grams. And that brings us right back to Fitz and his program, No Excuses. All right, amigos, it's time for Homophones on the Show with no Homophones on the Show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the Show with no name. The Show with no name. Homophones on the Show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the Show with no name. 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 That's right, it's homophones only on the Show with no name, and let's see what we've got for today's homophones. The first word is abogado. El que tengo. Don't even say it. Don't even say it, because I know that one. And I was literally for like 10 years. I was traumatized. I wouldn't say cinco and I wouldn't say abogado. So stop it. All right. In English, a lawyer. But there's another way to say it as well. It's also consejo. So I guess it makes sense that you go to your lawyer for consejo. It's also to atender a alguien, tratar, terapia, like this kind of thing. You've also got aconsejar. Si es consejo, es aconsejar. And I think that's kind of it for that one. And the second one is consejo, pero comité. Ayuntamiento, municipio, right? It's also concilio, an ecclesiastical assembly. All right? Second word, consejo, pero no consejo, te voy a dar un consejo, sino un comité. Ayuntamiento, a governing body. That's the second one. And the first one is abogado, consejo como advice, y aconsejar. Let's see if you're familiar with those words and if you know if they sound exactly the same or not. And I'm going to give you guys your Say What soundbite here for the third time. Here we go.
I would be very happy to have our legal counsel here, our legislative representative here, assisting me in spending as much time as necessary.
Hey, baby. Love you. Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around.
Love is in the air.
Every sight and every sound.
Whether you're searching for your soulmate or just in love with life, we'll cover the common customs associated with this heartwarming holiday. Calling all lovebirds, we're going to unwrap the unconventional institution known as Valentine's Day on today's FYI. Welcome to For Your Info.
Inglés.
I told you there was an FYI episode on Valentine's Day. So if you're looking for a little inspiration in the love area in English, you've got the weddings episode, you've got the Valentine's episodes, and the dictators one. Well, no, that one doesn't have to do with love. That means that's just because it's the latest one. Lo último. All right, let's see what we've got here in our homophones section. I gave you guys 2 words, and right now I don't see anybody participating. Is it because it was really difficult? I didn't think it was that difficult. I could be wrong here. All right, well, let me give you another 10 or 15 seconds at least to figure it out over there. I thought this. Oh, okay, hang on. We've got a student participating. I don't know. For some reason, doesn't seem that difficult. I could be wrong. Again, yesterday, everybody made a mistake on yesterday's. We looked at peace versus peas, right? So that was a really difficult one. And I didn't think it was. So, see, I should just shut my mouth. All right, Chris Valrol, those are the 2 words. And she says they could be homophones. So she's not willing to bet her house on it. But she says they could be. Quite possibly. What do you folks think? Anybody want to take a stab at it? Don't leave Chris Valrol high and dry. No la dejáis colgada. Anyone? Anyone else want to play along? All right. Well, Chris, you are a warrior and you nailed it. Nice job. The rest of you, I don't know. You again, I don't mind, but you left Chris hanging over there, I think. If I were her, I would feel that way. Maybe not. Maybe she doesn't feel that way. All right. Well, either way, she went out on a limb. Do you know this expression? To go out on a limb. Salir por un ramo, no? En un árbol. To go out on a limb means to take a risk. And Chris, you went out on a limb. La B esa es muda, limb. Lo he hecho B aposta porque te estaba enseñando que esa B que está ahí no se pronuncia. Limb. It's not limb, limb. And you went out on a limb and you nailed it. All right. So the first word is counsel. Counsel. This is a famous line from Cape Fear. Have you guys seen Cape Fear? Well, Robert De Niro, Cape Fear, ¿cómo le llamáis? El Cabo del Miedo? Chris, help me out here. Well, in Cape Fear, he goes, counsel, counsel. There's a famous scene where he's screaming after the lawyer, and he says counsel. It's more common to call somebody a lawyer or an attorney, but it's also your counsel, okay? And this one is counsel, counsel. And your lawyer will give you counseling. They will counsel you, aconsejar, right? Somebody who is in counseling is getting help for something, alcoholism. He's going to counseling right now. In their marriage, they're going to wedding or marriage counseling, right? So tratar algo, like kind of talking about it. So it's got an interesting usage there. A verb, a noun, it's a very useful word. And it's also, as I said, you see the word counseling a lot. Let's see how they translate that one. Counseling. You need Si alguien te dice you need counseling, necesitas terapia. Okay? No es, bueno, and es consejos. You need guidance. You need it. Yes, Chris says it's Cabo del Miedo. Well, if you haven't seen it in English, there's a really crazy scene where Robert De Niro's character goes, counsel, council. He's screaming. Oh man, it's pretty hardcore. And then you've got the second word, which is also council. And it reminds me of the Council on Foreign Affairs. This is a well-known. No, let me find the word here. Comité. This one is spelled COUNCIL. So there's a council on foreign affairs, a council on this. A lot of times governments, they instead of having a ministry, they'll have a council on something. So un comité, un consejo, un ayuntamiento, un municipio. Let me give you the examples here on word reference. The governor appointed a council, consejo, comité, to advise her on educational matters. The other one, the council is considering installing a traffic light at the intersection. Ayuntamiento, city council, town hall, city hall. These are other ways to say local government. So, Chris Valrol, you nailed today's homophones. And right now, we're going to take a look at one of your favorite sections. We were just talking about De Niro. Let's talk movies. Name that movie. Yeah, it's Name That Movie here on the show with no name, and let's see what we've got chosen for you today. All right. Oh, wow. I didn't plan this. I'll give you a clue. Robert De Niro is in it. What? I'm dead serious. I didn't plan that. We just started talking about Robert De Niro because of the word council, and he's in this movie. So Carice is saying, I hated Robert De Niro. She's saying in that movie, in that role. What a great actor. Yeah, that's the true test. When you hate a character a lot, it means the actor's done a really good job. Right? It happened to me with Sharon Stone in Casino. I was like, oh, she's a good actress because I hate that character. I want to kill her. She was just this gold digger, Gata Fortuna is just a bad person with her children doing. If you haven't seen the movie Casino, speaking of Scorsese and De Niro. So, yes, let's take a look at the movie and we'll see if you recognize this movie that De Niro's in. There's your first clue. A private investigator is hired by a man who calls himself Louis Cypher to track down a singer named Johnny Favorite. But the investigation takes an unexpected and somber turn. Whoa. All right, let's break it down. A private investigator, detective, a PI. There was a very famous show on TV with Tom Selleck called Magnum PI, private investigator. And he's hired by a man, le contrata un hombre, who calls himself Louis Cypher to track down, buscar, rastrear, to track down a singer named Johnny Favorite. Very stereotypical name, right? But the investigation takes an unexpected, no esperado, inesperado, unexpected, and somber, oscuro, sombrio, somber turn, giro. So, does it sound familiar? Sound like a movie you might know? As I said, it stars Robert De Niro, also Mickey Rourke, and Lisa Bonet from The Cosby Show. Let's see, folks. We've got a winner. Give it up for Chris Valrol. Awesome, Chris. Wow. You got it. It's Angel Heart. And hey, that's an appropriate name for a Valentine's Day movie. Even if the movie isn't the most romantic movie in the world, it's directed by Alan Parker. You guys probably know Alan Parker. He's directed a lot of movies, including Pink Floyd, The Wall, The Commitments, Evita, Mississippi Burning, Fame, Angela's Ashes, and so many more. A very, very well-known director, Alan Parker. And he said that Robert De Niro's performance as Louis Cypher was so eerie, espeluznante, and realistic that he generally avoided him during scenes. He let Robert De Niro direct himself because he was scared of him. Whoa. And guys, we're talking about an experienced, seasoned, nosotros decimos sazonado, ¿no? Que lleva muchas temporadas, a seasoned director. And yeah, he just let De Niro do his thing. And there was also a feud between Robert De Niro, a big fight between Robert De Niro and Mickey Rourke. That was the first and the last time the actors worked together. And they never really have kind words for each other. And what happened was that De Niro refused to talk to Mickey Rourke off camera. He felt that it wouldn't be good for their scenes together because Robert De Niro's a method actor. He really gets into character. And he doesn't want to, if he doesn't mix with your character, he doesn't mix with your character off screen either. And Mickey Rourke, now he sounds like a big freaking baby. I'm sorry. He took it personally. Anybody who's an actor knows he's getting into character. He doesn't want to befriend you. When the movie's done, you guys can go have some champagne and toast, and celebrate. But I get it. So there was bad blood. And Mickey Rourke started bad-mouthing Robert De Niro publicly, and they continue to do it. Even more recently, when they were talking about the film The Irishman with Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci, the one about Jimmy Hoffa, the Teamsters union leader, one of the most powerful men in America at that time. And Mickey Rourke said, this was in 2019, 32 years later, I don't look up to him no more. Sería anymore. Evidentemente no estuvo en nuestra lección antes. I look through him. Ni le veo. Mira, whoa. Mickey Rourke, man. Sounds like a bitter guy to me. That stinks to hold that grudge, guardar ese rencor. Let's take a look at the scene. Harry Angel says, you think posing as the devil because it scared some superstitious blues guitar player and that witch and that nutty old man, nutty loco, you think it'll work on me? ¿Tú crees que va a funcionar conmigo? It won't, because I know who I am. And you killed them, and you're trying to pin it on me. Estás intentando hacer que parezca que fue yo. You're trying to pin it on me, and I know who I am. If I had hooves and a pointed tail, hooves son lo que tienen caballos and the devil, and a pointed tail, would you be more convinced? And Harry says, you're crazy. I know who I am. You're trying to frame me. To frame is another way to say to pin it on someone. Hacer que yo parezca el culpable. Como la película Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He says, you're trying to frame me, Cypher. I know who I am. You murdered those people. So there you go, folks. The movie is called Angel Heart, and it's got Robert De Niro and Mickey Rourke. And that's the first and the last time you'll ever see them on screen together. All right, amigos, time to move on to famous birthday trivia.
Birthdays for you. Famous birthdays. Birthdays for me. Famous birthdays. Birthdays for everyone on the show with no name. Oi, oi, oi. Birthdays for him. Famous birthdays for her. Famous birthdays for everyone on the show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's famous birthdays. Let's see if you know who's celebrating a birthday today. The first person was born in 1972. An American singer, songwriter. He's in the band Matchbox 20. I was going to say Matchbox 22, but no, it's Matchbox 20. And they've got a lot of really famous songs, but I think his most famous song is when he did Smooth with Carlos Santana. Well, you're just like the ocean and under the moon is the same as the emotion that I from you. Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it. Great song, by the way. Next up, this guy was born in 1944, a director, producer, and screenwriter who was from England, and he has directed so many movies that are now classics. Bugsy Malone, Fame, Pink Floyd The Wall, Evita, The Commitments, Angel Heart. Hello? Angel Heart? I just said his name. That director and writer. And last but not least, I just said his name as well. Chris just told us The Irishman lasted 3 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah, that's really long. Well, it was about this guy. And today, it's his birthday. He was an American trade union leader who, well, nobody's really seen a dead body. And the lore around this guy is, where's he buried? You know, he disappeared, basically. And he was the most powerful man at the head of the Teamsters, the truckers union. If you haven't seen the movie, check it out. It is a little bit long, but it tells something from history. And this guy is a real dude. Es un tío de verdad. While you guys are thinking it through, let's move on to Name That Lyric.
Hi, hello, Alberto. I think the song is... No? Sorry, bye.
Name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. Name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name.
A nice round of applause for Chris Valrol. Number 1, Rob Thomas. Number 2, director Alan Parker. And number 3, Jimmy Hoffa, the guy that the movie, what's it called? The Irishman is about. Jimmy Hoffa. If you haven't heard his story, even if you don't watch that movie, watch a documentary. He's fascinating. All right. Of course, we've got a song about love today. Of course we do. And that's because we're celebrating Valentine's Day. And then when we come back, we still have our double trouble. We have to solve our Say What soundbite. And we're going to learn with lots of love. With TLC, ese toque de cariño, ese toque de mamá o papá. TLC, tender loving care, when we learn with Lara. But the song, I'll give you the song so we can sing it together, is Will You Love Me Tomorrow? Will You Love Me Tomorrow? It's a beautiful song. And I think it's one of those songs that you could easily listen to on a day like today. So happy Valentine's Day. And I hope you will love me tomorrow. Let's take a look at the lyrics. Tonight you're mine completely. I can't sing it. Esta noche eres mía completamente. You give your love so sweetly. Das tu amor con tanto cariño, con tanta dulzura. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. Esta noche la luz del amor está en tus ojos. But will you love me tomorrow? ¿Me querrás mañana? Is this a lasting treasure? Esto es un tesoro que va a durar para siempre? Or just a moment's pleasure? ¿Lo ves? Treasure y pleasure riman. Can I believe the magic of your sighs? ¿Puedo creer la magia que tienes en tus suspiros, in your sighs? Will you still love me tomorrow? And there's our movie queen. She says, it's from Dirty Dancing. Oh, man. Unstoppable. Sing it with me, folks. We'll be right back with the rest of today's show. But let's get a little love going on. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sing it with me.
Tonight
You're mine
completely.
Hello, amigos. Welcome back. Welcome back to this, the fourth and final part of today's show. Again, thank you for all the love that you guys show me every day. You're not just awesome students, but you're amazing people. Never, ever change. Ever. Thank you for giving me all that love. I feel like the luckiest guy in the world. My family loves me, my extended family, and I love you. Right back at you, folks. I hope I give you that love that I want to convey every day. Hey, I might as well. Ya que estamos. If you have a platform, what do you want to spread? Hate? Anger? Bitterness? Spite? Or spread love? Do it. And it's contagious, baby. It's more contagious than pneumonia. Okay. That wasn't too romantic. Pneumonia? Pulmonia. Pneumonia's never romantic. Trust me. All right, amigos. So much to do. So much. We'll kick off listening to our Say What soundbite. This is our Say What soundbite for the fourth and final time. Are you ready? Pay close attention. Here it is.
I would be very happy to have our legal counsel here, our legislative representative here, assisting me in spending as much time as necessary.
Stop making resolutions and start making progress in the new year. We've got something for everyone under the sun. Every level, every age, every budget. Grupo Vaughn has got you covered no matter what you're looking for. Whether it be master's courses, group or one-to-one classes, either online or in person. Vaughntown, a true immersion experience. Disney English and Vaughn Jr. for the kids. Oxford Test of English. Camps for kids of all ages. Online courses. And a wealth of other resources at vaughntienda.com. Stop by one of our centers for a free level test or a sample class from one of our top teachers. Why wait? There's no time like the present. Start the year off on the right foot. You can contact us at our website, grupovaughn.com, or give us a call at 911-385831. And make sure you're following us on social media. Let's get going. Pongámonos en marcha.
More information at our website, grupovon.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Are you ready for what? Today's double trouble.
Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble.
All right, folks, here's your double trouble. I think we've looked at this one, but we'll see. Either way, did I say double trouble? It's a double trouble. So you have to use two sets of words twice. Yeah, I know. I know what. It's tough. So here we go. Ella es mi ojito derecho. Ella es mi ojito derecho. Vigila sus manzanas. All right, that's it. Ella es mi ojito derecho. Vigila sus manzanas. And I could add another one, but I'll tell you that one after. So you have to use two sets of words here. Ella es mi ojito derecho. And it's vigila sus manzanas. And I think in the meantime, while you guys are thinking that through, we might as well take a look at our Say What soundbite. I don't think anybody got it, but you did a wonderful job summing it up. So great job over there. And it was Jimmy Hoffa, the famous labor leader, the union leader, who was born today. And this was from they had a committee, a council in the United States to investigate Jimmy Hoffa and his activities. And again, he was more powerful than the president. And there are so many different legends around his death. Some say he's buried at the 50-yard line at Giant Stadium. Hey, there's a lot of just think that area is right outside of New York City, where there are many crime families. And it's called the Meadowlands. Es pantano. So it's like muddy. What you can make things disappear there really easily. There's even a famous scene in Goodfellas, Uno de los Nuestros, where they're over there near Giant Stadium. So, if you're from the area, it doesn't, and they work in construction, the guys, the mafia guys. So they would just, bury him under the project. I don't know. And a lot of people have come forward and said, I was the guy who killed Jimmy Hoffa. I was the hitman, el sicario. And, sure, a lot of people say they killed him. But doesn't everybody want to be the guy who killed Jimmy Hoffa? All right, let's see. We've got Chris taking a stab at our double trouble. And, oh, my God, Chris. You nailed it. She's the apple of my eye. Mi ojito derecho is the apple of my eye. And then it's keep an eye on her apples. Vigila, we wouldn't say watch her apples. Keep an eye on. No, vigilar algo. Keep an eye on her apples. Vigila sus manzanas. And as I said, we can add another part there. We can add, how would you say this? A ver si lo sabéis. Os lo doy, pero a ver si lo sabéis. Toma ya. Toma ya. Cómete, chúpate esa. Esa viene de Good Will Hunting. Y la frase es, how do you like them apples? Ahora, gramáticamente correcto sería, how do you like those apples? Pero la frase es frase hecha. How do you like them apples? ¿Cómo te gusta esas manzanas? Eso significa, chúpate esa, toma ya. So excellent job, Chris, and all of you today. And we'll listen to Jimmy Hoffa, and he's talking to JFK. He is in front of John F. Kennedy, and John F. Kennedy is grilling him with questions. And he says he's trying to show them that he's playing ball, que él viene a participar. And he says, I would be very happy to have our legal counsel here. Yo estaría encantadísimo de tener mis abogados legales aquí. Our legislative representative here, nuestro representante legislativo, assisting me, ayudándome, and spending as much time as necessary. Here he is, Mystery Man Jimmy Hoffa.
I would be very happy to have our legal counsel here, our legislative representative here, assisting me in spending as much time as necessary.
Folks, once again, you've done a wonderful job today here on the show, as you do week after week, day after day. And now this is going to be heartwarming. I think it's a lovely day to have this section, Learn with Lara, where my mother and I joined my daughter in the classroom to talk about what else? Family. So I love you, familia. Os quiero mucho. Thank you so much for tuning in, and enjoy Learn with Lara. Get ready to learn with Lara.
That's me. Come on. Let's go, amigos.
¿Quieres? Empezamos. Good morning, everybody.
Good
Solo hay una persona aquí.
Rima.
Rima se lleva, bueno, dos. Vamos a intentar todos juntos. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Una vez más. Creo que lo podemos hacer mejor. Vamos a decir todos juntos. Good morning. Una, dos y... Ahora sí. Good morning. And well, who am I? Does anybody know who I am? ¿Sabes quién soy? Alberto. Good. But whose daddy am I? Lara's. I'm Lara's daddy. I'm her father, her daddy. And do you know who my mommy is? My mother? So that's Lara's grandma. How do you say grandma in Spanish? ¿Cómo se dice?
Abuela.
Muy bien. So this is Lara's abuela, but since she lives in the United States, we say grandma, grandma. ¿Y cómo se dice abuelo? Si grandma es abuela, ¿cómo se dice abuelo? Grandpa. Grandpa Shark. Y lo tiene la canción. Muy bien. So grandma and grandpa. Ahí te he visto. Muy bien. Daniela, le damos un aplauso. Lo ha dicho muy bien. So grandma and grandpa es abuela y abuelo, ¿no?
Muy bien, Daniela.
Muy bien. ¿Cómo decimos madre? Mother? Mother or mommy? Se puede decir mother, o como dice Lara, que es más cariñoso, mommy.
Mommy.
O dicen los británicos, mommy. So eso para nosotros es mommy now, right? So mommy, y entonces, ¿cómo se dice papi? Papi nos vale. We can say papi or daddy.
Daddy.
So we said grandma and grandpa. Vamos a ver aquí. We have a family tree.
What is a family tree? What is this a picture of? ¿Qué es esto? Oh, un árbol.
¿No es un elefante?
No elefante.
Es un árbol. Ok. Pues este es un árbol especial. Se llama...
En inglés se llama the family tree. El árbol de la familia.
Genealógico, I think. In Spanish, family tree. ¿Cómo se dice? Family
tree. Pues no hay manzanas, hay gente.
Ok.
No apples,
En vez de manzanas hay personas. So, mira, hemos dicho grandma, grandpa. Y a veces tenemos, si tenemos suerte, dos abuelos, two grandpas and two grandmas. And how many mothers do we have? Two?
No,
¿Tenéis dos madres?
Uno, one. How do you say one? Uno es one.
¿O tres? ¿Tres madres?
No,
One. And how many daddies? Four? Two? Okay, so one. Okay, y no hemos hablado de algo muy importante. Brothers and
sisters.
¿Qué significa brothers and sisters?
Hermanos.
Pero, a ver, parece que tu padre habla inglés y todo. Okay. Brothers and sisters. Vamos a preguntar ahí. Vamos a elegir unos amigos y preguntarles, do you have any brothers or sisters? Sé que Mia tiene a brother. Let's ask her. Say, Mia, do you have any brothers or sisters? Okay, ask her, what's your brother's name? ¿Se llama Juanito? ¿Cómo se llama? What's your brother's name?
Tomás.
No, tiene un nombre muy chulo, de hecho.
Carlo.
Dylan.
Oh, Dylan.
Right, so your brother's name.
So then you say.
Okay, who else? ¿Quién más tiene un hermano o una hermana?
Who else has a brother and sister?
Okay, pues nos tienes que decir el nombre. El tuyo se llama Dylan. Okay, vamos a preguntarle. Say, what's your brother or sister's name? Ok, pero ahí vamos a ir muy bien. ¿Quién sabe cómo se dice primos? Pues así lo decía Lara cuando no sabía en inglés, dice primos. Bueno, cambiando el tono.
Claro que sí.
Primos se dice cousins.
Lara, what are the names of your cousins? ¿Cómo se llaman sus primas, Lara? Candela and Diego. ¿Y quién más? Who else are your cousins? ¿Quién más son sus primos?
No. In Pennsylvania, you have cousins in Pennsylvania.
Maya. ¿Y cómo se llama el hermano pequeño de Maya?
Oliver.
Maya and Oliver. And where do they live? In Pennsylvania.
Is it Pennsylvania in Burgos? Where's Pennsylvania? United States.
Okay, good.
And where does Grandma live in the United States?
Why do you say your name?
I do. Where do I live? United States.
Okay, so we said primos is cousins. We said brothers and sisters. What about tíos y tías? Porque molan los tíos. Siempre nos miman más los tíos, ¿no? Es un poco el trabajo de los tíos. Entonces, ¿cómo decimos? Bueno, tu tío, ¿cómo se llama tu tío? Dime uno de tus tíos.
Tío Cristian.
Tío Cristian. So, ¿cómo se diría en inglés? Mi tío se llama Cristian.
My uncle's name is Christian.
So, tío es uncle.
Tío.
¿Podéis decir eso conmigo? Uncle.
Uncle.
Todos juntos. 1, 2, 3. Uncle. ¿Y sabéis cómo se dice hormiga? Ant. Muy bien. Un aplauso. Ant. Pues, ant también es tía. O sea, si yo digo, my aunt is an ant, mi tía es una hormiga. ¿Qué? ¿En serio? Are you serious? Okay. Entonces lo que vamos a hacer,
Me too. Se lo pedimos para que vengan, ¿vale? A mí me parecería estupendo.
Okay, entonces vamos a hacer unas actividades, some activities about the family, okay? And we're going to sing a song with Paloma. I think you know the song. And then, look, here, we're going to draw a picture or write our names. We can help you too.
Okay.
And we'll put at the bottom, en el fondo, el de abajo, we're going to put our names, nuestro nombre. Entonces, Lara va a poner Lara aquí y luego, your mommy, your daddy, and your grandparents. Los abuelos juntos, hemos dicho grandma and grandpa. Se puede decir grandmother y grandfather, pero es más cariñoso grandma and grandpa, ¿no? Y como somos muy cariñosos con los abuelos, entonces, y tenemos, acuérdate, 2 abuelos y 2 abuelas, así que aquí hay más. Padre solo tienes 2, ¿ok? Sí, bueno, también. Claro. Bueno, y luego hay excepciones como en inglés a todo. Pero lo más importante es, aquí va tu nombre abajo. Y luego vamos poniendo tus padres y vamos construyendo nuestro, ¿cómo se decía esto? Árbol en inglés. Tree. Y si añadimos que es de familia, it's a family tree.
Family tree.
Okay. Y nada, ¿queréis cantar? You want to sing a song? Okay. Excellent job. Okay, everybody. Well, that's the family in English, okay? So vamos a repasarlo todo muy rápido. Abuela era... Grandma. Todos juntos. Grandma. Abuelo, muy fácil.
Grandpa.
Grandpa. Todos juntos. Mamá era... Mami. Nos vale mami. Todos juntos. ¿Y papá? Papá, papi or daddy. Muy bien, daddy. Okay, hermano.
Brother.
Todos juntos, brother. Hermana.
Sister.
Todos juntos, sister. ¿Y primos? Cousins. Vamos todos juntos. Cousins. Right? Okay. Y me faltaba cousins. Oh, tío. Uncle. Todos juntos. Uncle. ¿Y cómo se dice hormiga? Ant, que también es tía. Aunque no se escribe igual. Okay, good job, guys. Excellent job. La familia es muy importante, claro. Es lo más importante. Okay. Y nada, ¿cómo va? Vamos, si quieres, hacemos el... Nosotros te seguimos.
Ready?
Okay.
This is a great song.
Yes. Okay, are we ready? Yeah. Remember, mommy finger?
Everybody, get your thumbs ready.
Ready,
Esos
set?
pulgares.
Ready? Steady.
Mommy finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? Daddy finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? Brother finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? Sister finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? Baby finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do?
Yay, good job. You guys are great singers. All right. Well, if you want, we can color. I don't know if they want to color the tree too. Or...
Okay, yes. Maybe. ¿Qué color en el...
En verde. Los que no, pues, a lo mejor algunos son los nombres y otros a colorearlos. Ah, bien. Perfecto. Y luego los padres pueden rellenarlo en casa con ellos también los nombres. Porque seguro que a lo mejor no saben los nombres de los abuelos. Son abuelo y abuela.
Algunos hay papás o
Claro,
mamá y
les
papá.
cuesta, exacto.
Yeah,
and then they can fill them in. They can color it, put their name and the date if they want, or the year. Great job, everybody.
Good job. Buen trabajo, good job.
Vaya cracks. ¿Eh?
Lara, do you think they want to make a family tree with you?
Yeah?
Yeah? Yeah, ask them.
Do you want to do a tree family?
A family tree?
Color in the tree?
¿Hacemos uno? Yes, do you want to? Yes.
All right, and then you can take it home.
Cada uno en una silla, sentados en una silla. Vamos a hacer que cae.
Oh, thank you.
¿Dónde te quieres sentar? Aquí. Pero ahí se dice que
This is where you put your name, okay? At the bottom.
That's where you have to write Lara.
Aquí, chicos. Aquí.
Here. Sit down.
Okay. Aquí tienes, Robin. De nada. You're welcome. Here, Mia. You. Iris. Muy
Alonso y
bien,
Mateo,
qué
venid aquí a
bien.
sentaros.
Sumaya, toma para
Ahí
ti.
están juntos.
Muy bien.
Otro para ti. Vamos a ver. Here we go. Ainhoa. Y veis, en el de abajo es donde hay que poner.
Do you have enough there, Alberto?
Yep, I got it.
Vaya, sienta bien. A ver, que os doy. Los de mi clase podéis coger el lápiz de la cajita, que voy a ir dando lápices a los demás. Los de mi clase coger el lápiz.
Muy bien.
Can you write your name, Iris?
And you write your name, mira, en el de abajo. ¿Ves? Aquí, en este escribes tu nombre. ¿Cayó? Sí, el de abajo. Ok, y luego podemos pues colorearlo, ponerle manzanas al lado, lo que queréis. Lo decoramos un poco. Muy bien, veo que sabéis escribir vuestro nombre, pero
Wow, Lara, that's beautiful. Good job, Lara. Good job. Can you...
Oye, Lara, guarda tu beso.
bueno, eso es su firma. Ya, luego las firmas parecen así.
Perfecto. Perfecto, la gente. Muy bien, Daniela. Muy bien, Lara. Muy bien, Mía. Muy bien, Sumaya. Muy bien.
Muy bien.
¿Qué pasa, Lara?
Wow, that's mommy.
Paula.
Very good. Very good.
Wow.
Why don't you can put apples on it.
Buen trabajo. Buen trabajo, chicos.
¿Me has dicho que se llamaba Susi?
Wow, qué bonito. Great job, everybody. I love your family trees. They're beautiful.